Hi, my name is Catherine Stewart, and I'm the Assistant Director and Head of Children's Services at the Memorial Library of Nazareth and vicinity. We were chosen as one of the 6 libraries throughout Pennsylvania to work on this special project of story times and crafts and activities for children for the summer of 2021 with our theme of Tales and Tales. This program is being sponsored by PA Forward as a health literacy. Today, we are going to talk about 3 separate parts of health literacy. We're going to talk about healthy eating, healthy exercise, and having a healthy mind. So hold on tight, and we're going to get started.
Hello friends, I'm Miss Shelby, and I'm excited to be joining you and Miss Catherine to read all these fun stories about loving your mind and your body to be the healthiest you can be. We're going to start off our first activity titled Critter Cuisine to talk all about healthy eating. So let's go, vámonos, let's get started.
Okay, during this story time, we are going to focus on healthy eating. And the book we chose to read is The Very Hungry Caterpillar. So we are going to do this one in English and in Spanish. We're going to go double page by double page. Okay, The Very Hungry Caterpillar is by Eric Carle. Here we go. In the light of the moon, a tiny egg lay on a leaf.
Al claro de luna reposa un huevecillo sobre una hoja.
One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar.
Un domingo de mañana, apenas salió el tibio sol, del huevo salió una oruga diminuta y muy hambrienta.
He started to look for food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry.
Enseguida empezó a buscar comida. El lunes comió y atravesó una manzana, pero aún seguía hambrienta.
And on Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry.
El martes comió y atravesó por 2 peras, pero aún seguía hambrienta.
On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but guess what? He was still hungry.
El miércoles comió y atravesó 3 ciruelas, pero aún seguía hambrienta.
On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but, he was still hungry.
El jueves comió y atravesó 4 fresas, pero aún seguía hambrienta.
On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, still hungry.
El viernes comió y atravesó 5 naranjas, pero aún seguía hambrienta.
Now on Saturday, he didn't really eat that well on Saturday. He ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, a lollipop, a piece of cherry pie, a sausage, a cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon, and then he had a really bad tummy ache.
El sábado comió y atravesó un bizcocho de chocolate, un helado, un pepinillo, un trozo de queso suizo, una rodaja de salami, una paleta, un pastel de cerezas, una salchicha, un pastelito y una tajada de sandía. Esa noche tuvo un tremendo dolor de estómago.
The next day was Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf. And after that, he felt much better.
Al día siguiente era domingo otra vez. La oruga comió una hermosa hoja bien verde y se sintió mucho mejor.
Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a great big fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out.
Ya no tenía hambre, ni era una pequeña oruga. Ahora era una oruga grande y gorda. Construyó una casita a su alrededor, un capullo, y se encerró en ella por más de 2 semanas. Un día hizo un agujero en el capullo, empujó un poco para salir y...
A beautiful butterfly.
se encontró convertida en una bellísima mariposa.
And that's the story of the very hungry caterpillar.
Welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoyed our first story time with me and Miss Catherine. I love The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle, and I also love another book by Eric Carle and friends titled What's Your Favorite Food? So What's Your Favorite Food is all different stories from authors talking about what their favorite food. So some people love cake, other people love salad, and other people love pizza. What's your favorite food? I know it's really hard to pick because there's a lot of delicious foods out there. But it's important to keep in mind that some foods are only good to have in small amounts. So pizza is absolutely delicious, but you shouldn't sit down and eat a whole pizza at once. Strawberries, though, are also delicious, and you can have a little bit more of them in one sitting. So it's important to keep in mind what you're putting in your body to keep it nice and healthy. Now, one fun activity that I like to do when it comes to eating is mystery bags. One of my favorite TV shows is one where they give mystery ingredients to a group of chefs to see what kind of crazy food they can create out of it. So I like doing that with myself as well. I like to challenge myself to see what I can make. So in my mystery bag, we have crunchy rollers, which is kind of like rice cakes if you've had those before. But these ones are made out of brown rice. I also have Go-Go Squeeze applesauce, which is my favorite. And we also have vanilla yogurt covered raisins. That's a mouthful. Now, if I had all of these together, I'd probably try to make some type of snack that looks like sushi, because these kind of look like sushi rolls to me. So I'd probably slice them up, put a little bit of applesauce on the top, and garnish them with some yogurt flavored raisins. Now, if I were at home, I'd probably add a few more things. Maybe I'd slice up some strawberries nice and thin and place them on top too. Maybe I would add some blueberries in there. And maybe I'd add some nuts on top also for a little bit of texture. Who knows? That's the awesome part about doing this activity. You can be as creative and crazy as you want. But you just want to make sure that whatever you create at the end of it is something that you would enjoy eating. You don't want to go too crazy. I know I've done that before. All right, now we're on to our next activity, which is called Monkey Business at the Park.
I'm Catherine, this is Shelby, and we are here to read to you the story of Curious George, who flies a kite. And we're going to read it in tandem, English and Spanish. And then we're going to share some other books that we think you could use with this for exercise. And then Miss Shelby is going to demonstrate how to put a kite together. Okay, let's get started. This is Curious George, and it's by Margaret Ray. Okay, here we go. So I think with this one we're going to do page about. This is George. He lives in the house of the man with the yellow hat. George is a little monkey, and all monkeys are curious. But no monkey is as Curious George. This is why his name is Curious George.
Este es Jorge. Jorge vive en casa del señor del sombrero amarillo. Jorge es un monito y todos los monitos son curiosos, pero no hay monito más curioso que Jorge. Por eso se llama Jorge el Curioso.
I have to go out now, said the man with the yellow hat. Be a good little monkey until I come back. Have fun and play with your new ball, but do not be too curious. And the man went out. It was a lot of fun for George to play with his big new ball. The ball went up, and George went up. And the ball went down, and George went down.
Tengo que salir, dijo el señor del sombrero amarillo. Pórtate bien hasta que regrese. Diviértete jugando con tu pelota nueva, pero no seas muy curioso. Y el señor salió. Era muy divertido para Jorge jugar con su pelota nueva y grande. La pelota subía y Jorge subía. La pelota bajaba y Jorge bajaba.
George could do a lot of tricks with his ball, too. This was one of his tricks. He could get up on the ball like this, or do it this way, with his head down. This was another trick George could do. He could hold the ball in his head like this. Look, no hands! What a good trick! But where did the ball go?
Jorge también podía hacer muchos trucos con su pelota. Este era uno de los trucos. Podía pasarse en la pelota así. O hacerlo de cabeza, de esta manera. Este era otro truco que Jorge podía hacer. Podía sostenerse la pelota sobre su cabeza así. Mira, sin manos. ¡Qué buen truco! Pero, ¿a dónde se fue la pelota?
George ran after it. The ball had gone into another room. There was a big window in the room. George liked to look out of that window. He could see a lot from there. He let the ball go and looked out.
Jorge salió tras ella. La pelota se había ido a otro cuarto. Había una ventana grande en el cuarto. A Jorge le gustaba mirar por esa ventana. Podía ver muchas cosas desde ahí. Dejó la pelota y miró hacia afuera.
There was a lot of wind that day, and that's just what they needed. The wind took the kite up fast. George was too little to hold it in this wind. A kite that big could fly away with him, so Bill had to hold it. George saw the kite go up and up and up. What fun it was to fly a kite!
Había mucho viento ese día, y eso era justo lo que necesitaban. El viento levantó la cometa rápidamente. Jorge era muy pequeño para sostenerla con ese viento. Una cometa así de grande podía llevárselo volando. Por eso Bill tuvo que sujetarla. Jorge vio que la cometa subía, subía, subía. ¡Qué divertido era volar un cometa!
They let the kite fly for a long time, till Bill said, I will get the kite down now. I must go home, and you should too. But when Bill pulled the string in, the kite got into the top of a high tree, and Bill could not get it down. Oh, my fine new kite! I cannot let it go of it. I must have it back, Bill said, but the tree is too high for me.
Volaron la cometa por un largo rato hasta que Bill dijo, voy a bajar la cometa. Debo regresar a casa y tú también. Pero cuando Bill tiró de la cuerda, la cometa se enredó en la cima de un árbol alto. Bill no podía bajarla. ¡Oh, no! ¡Mi cometa nueva! No la puedo bajar ahí. Tengo que bajarla, dijo Bill. Pero el árbol es demasiado alto para mí.
But no tree was too high for George. He went up to the top in no time. Then little by little he got the string out of the tree.
Pero no había árbol demasiado alto para Jorge. En un 2x3 se subió hasta encima. Luego, poco a poco, desenredó la cuerda de las ramas del árbol.
Down he came with the kite and gave it back to Bill. Thank you, George. Thanks a lot, Bill said. I'm so happy to have the kite back. Now you may have a ride home on my bike. I will run back to the lake and get it. You wait here for me with the kite, but do not let it fly away.
Y bajó con la cometa y se la devolvió a Bill. Gracias, Jorge, muchas gracias, dijo Bill. Me alegra mucho tener de vuelta mi cometa. Ahora puedo llevarte a casa en mi bicicleta. Voy a correr de vuelta al lago a buscarla. Espérame aquí con la cometa, pero no dejes que se vaya volando.
George looked at the kite. Then he took the string in his hand. He knew he could not fly the kite in this wind, but maybe he could let it go just a little bit. George was curious. He let the string go a little, and then a little more, and then a little more, and then a little more.
Jorge miró la cometa. Entonces tomó la cuerda en sus manos. Sabía que no podía volar la cometa con este viento, pero tal vez dejarla subir un poquito. Jorge sintió curiosidad, soltó un poco la cuerda, y luego otro poco, y luego otro poco, y otro poco.
When Bill came back, there was no Kite and there was no George. George, he called, where are you? Then he looked up. There they were, way up in the sky. George had to get help fast. He would go to the man with the yellow hat. The man would know what to do.
Cuando Bill regresó, no estaban ni la cometa ni Jorge. ¡Jorge!, llamó. ¿Dónde estás? Luego miró hacia arriba. Ahí estaban, en el alto del cielo. Bill debía conseguir ayuda rápidamente. Iría a buscar al señor del sombrero amarillo. Él sabría qué hacer.
George is not here, said the man with the yellow hat when Bill came. Have you seen him? George and my Kite are up in the sky near the lake, Bill shouted. I came to... But the man did not wait to hear any more. He ran to his car and jumped in. I will get him back, he said. I must get George back.
Jorge no está aquí, dijo el señor del sombrero amarillo cuando llegó Bill. ¿Lo has visto? Jorge y mi cometa van por los aires cerca del lago, gritó Bill. Vine a... Pero el señor no esperó escuchar más. Corrió y se metió a su coche. Lo traeré de vuelta, dijo. Tengo que traer de vuelta a Jorge.
All this time, the wind took the kite up and George with it. It was fun to fly about in the sky. But when George looked down, the fun was gone. He was up so high that all the big houses looked as little as bunny houses. George did not like it a bit. He wanted to get down, but how? Not even a monkey can jump from the sky. George was scared. What if he never got back? Maybe he would fly on and on and on. Oh, he would never, never be so curious again if just this one time he could find a way to get home.
Durante todo este tiempo, el viento se había llevado la cometa y a Jorge con ella. Era divertido ir volando por el cielo, pero cuando Jorge miró hacia abajo, la diversión desapareció. Estaba tan alto que todas las casas grandes se veían tan pequeñas como las conejeras. A Jorge esto no le gustó nada. Se quería bajar. Pero, ¿cómo? Ni siquiera un mono puede saltar desde el cielo. Jorge tuvo miedo. ¿Y si no pudiera regresar nunca más? Tal vez volaría y volaría para siempre. O nunca, nunca más volvería a ser tan curioso si tan solo esta vez pudiera encontrar la manera de regresar a casa.
What was that? George could hear something, and then he saw something fly in the sky just like a kite. It was a helicopter, and in the helicopter, hooray, was the man with the yellow hat.
¿Qué es eso? Jorge pudo escuchar algo y luego vio que algo volaba en el cielo como la cometa. Era un helicóptero y en el helicóptero estaba el señor del sombrero amarillo. ¡Viva!
Down from the helicopter came a long line. George got hold of it, and the man with the yellow hat pulled him up. George held on to the kite, for he had to give it back to Bill.
Del helicóptero bajó una cuerda larga. Jorge la tomó y el señor del sombrero amarillo lo subió. Jorge sostuvo la cometa porque se la debía devolver a Bill.
I am so happy to have you back, George, said the man with the yellow hat. I was scared, and you must have been scared too. I know you will not want to fly a kite again for a long, long time. You must give it back to Bill when we get home.
Estoy tan feliz de tenerte de nuevo, Jorge, dijo el señor del sombrero amarillo. Estaba asustado y tú también debías estar asustado. Sé que no vas a querer volar un cometa de nuevo durante mucho, mucho tiempo. Se la debes devolver a Bill cuando regresemos a casa.
Hooray, Bill shouted when George came to give him the kite. George is back and my kite is back too.
¡Viva! Gritó Bill cuando Jorge vino a devolverle la cometa. Jorge regresó y también mi cometa.
And then Bill took George by the hand, and he went with him into the little garden, and from the little garden into the big garden, where the bunny house was.
Y entonces Bill tomó de la mano a Jorge y se fue con él al jardín pequeño, y del jardín pequeño al jardín grande, donde estaba la conejera.
Here is one of my baby bunnies, Bill said. Take it, it's for you. A baby bunny for George. George took it in his hands and held it way up. It was his bunny now. He could take it home with him.
Aquí tienes uno de mis bebé conejitos, dijo Bill. Llévatelo, es para ti. Un bebé conejito para Jorge. Jorge lo tomó en sus manos y lo levantó bien alto. Ahora era su conejito. Se lo podía llevar a casa.
And that's just what he did.
Y eso fue lo que hizo.
Okay, and now join us for Miss Shelby and her building her kite.
I'll see you in a bit. Oh, you're back. Sorry I didn't see you there. All right, so how did you like the Curious George story? Do you like flying kites? Do you like moving around? If you like being active, that's a good thing. We have a few more books all about different things that you can do to stay active. We have Clap Your Hands by Lorinda Bryan Colley. We have If You're Happy and You Know It, a sing-along action book by Jane Cabrera. We have Stretch by Doreen Cronin. And we have Get Up and Go by Nancy Carlson. These are all great books all about staying active. Now, although Curious George got in a little bit of trouble with all the things he was trying to do, he was on the right track with being active. So staying active and doing exercise is important to stay healthy. It's the great way to keep your body strong. And there's lots of different ways that you can stay active. For example, I was playing with this ball, and that was helping me stay active. If you don't like beach balls like this, there's other things you can play with. If you like baseball, that's a great way to stay active. If you like football, if you like soccer, if you like volleyball, and if you do other things like hula hoop, that also helps you stay active and it's fun. If you jump rope, and even if you fly a kite. Because if you're flying a kite, you're outside and you can run and run and run and see your kite go higher and higher and higher. So now that we're all done with that story time, I'm going to take some time to teach you how to make a kite. Let's go. Hello friends, it's time to make our kite. So this is a finished kite and what it looks like. So now I'm going to show you how I made it. Now when you are making a kite, you can either gather all of the supplies yourself or find a pre-made kite that you just have to assemble. The example I have here is one that you just have to assemble. So I got lucky, I found a cute one. They're very easy to find. You can find them at dollar stores or, as like I said, you can just create your own. Now, as you can see here, I have all the pieces I need. I'm going to start with this spine. So with this spine, I'm going to put this small plastic piece on it, and I'm gonna have it face it downwards. Now, you're only gonna get this plastic piece if you are doing a pre-assembled kite. So if you are starting from scratch, you'll most likely have to use something like Scotch tape or string to put two separate rods together. So it would be two rods like this, and then you'd use string or tape to put those together. But since this is a pre-assembled one, it comes with this small plastic piece that I can use to put at the edges here. So let me go ahead and do that. And here you have to stretch just a little. And now we're all set. All right. Now next up, if you want to add some fun ribbons to the end of your kite, I have two of them here. They both have holes on here. I can just take this bottom part here and put them through the rod, attach it on the end piece once again. Now if you're making this from scratch, your end pieces might just have to be tape again, or sometimes people cut little slices at the end of wooden sticks and then you can run string through it. As far as other materials to use for the kite itself, you can use old newspaper, an old plastic bag, or plastic tablecloths that you cut up into a nice shape. Now that this is all set, I'll be taking a small piece of string and I'll be putting it through the kite, because when we attach the string that leads up to the air, you don't want it to be directly onto the kite. You want this tethering string to attach it to. Now this pre-made kite already has holes in it, but if you're making it from home, you might want to use a hole puncher. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them right through the holes. And I'm gonna turn this around. And I'm going to tie both ends on the other side. So I just did an easy knot. And I'm going to turn this back again. And we see that the string is here. Now, you have two options with this other string. So sometimes you can find an additional piece that would move along here. If not, you can just attach this string directly onto the other string. Either way, it will work well. And now you have a finished kite. All right, here are my two finished kites. Thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun. You're back, friends. I hope you had a lot of fun learning how to make a kite. There's a lot of different ways to do it, so you can be as imaginative as you want. And if the first kite you make doesn't work, that's fine. You can just keep trying to see what works best. And sometimes you just have to wait for a windy day, because if it's not very windy outside, you're out of luck. But that's okay, because we talked about other things you can do to stay active if you can't fly your kite. Now it's time for our last activity, and it's one that me and Miss Catherine had a lot of fun with, because we invited our library mascot, Gabe the llama, onto our lawn for some yoga. So let's go have fun, and let's do some yoga with Gabe the llama.
Okay, Namaste and friends. Here we go. This is Namaste. Namaste likes to practice yoga. Namaste means the light in me says hello to the light in you. It's from the Sanskrit, a language of ancient India. Namaste is going to see her friends today. Before she goes, she stands in the mountain pose. This makes her feel happy and calm. First, Namaste visits her friend Flamingo. She is feeling a bit scared today. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the warrior. This makes Flamingo feel like a brave superstar. Next, Namaste finds her friend Zebra. He cannot stop rushing around. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the tree. This makes Zebra feel still and peaceful. Then Namaste visits her friend Tiger, but Tiger is feeling angry. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the downward dog. This helps Tiger to calm down. Afterward, Namaste calls on her friend Koala. Koala is hiding because he's feeling shy. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the cobra. This makes Koala feel strong and confident. Then Namaste goes to see her friend Rabbit. She's feeling sulky. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the forward bend. This helps Rabbit cheer up. He looks very happy. Then Namaste pays a visit to her friend Panda. Poor Panda's feeling sad. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the Mermaid Twist. This helps Panda to open his heart and feel happier. After that, Namaste sees her friend Sloth. He's feeling a bit worried today. Namaste knows a pose that will help. It's called the lotus. This helps Sloth feel brave and calm. At the end of the day, Namaste brings all her friends together. They all lie down, get comfortable, close their eyes. Everyone thinks about their breathing. They breathe in and out. In and out. Soon they all feel calm, relaxed, and happy. Namaste, Namaste.
We had so much fun spending time with Gabe after practicing our yoga poses. Yoga is a great way to understand your emotions and practice mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, when you're feeling overwhelmed, you can help your mind stay healthy. And even better, yoga can also be a great exercise for your body. Well, friends, that's all the activities we have for today. Thank you for joining me and Miss Catherine. We had so much fun reading, playing, and learning with you today. We can't wait to see you again. Now, we'd like to thank the Pennsylvania Library Association and the Network of the National Library of Medicine for sponsoring this program. Parents and guardians, the Network of the National Library of Medicine is a great resource for any health-related topics you may have, from healthy eating to managing anxiety. We'd also love to highlight the National Institute of Health's All of Us initiative, which is working to improve healthcare through research by building a diverse database that can inform thousands of studies on a variety of health conditions to better serve our unique and diverse population. For more information, head over to allofus.nih.gov. Thank you!